All right, so we wanted to walk through this new AI search feature that we've been building within Allspice. This will live within recipe blogs, and you'll be able to utilize this as your universal search on your site. And so, Brendan, do you want to just touch on why we decided to build this and what you've built so far?
The main reason was to maximize the number of users that we can match to a recipe on your site that they'll cook now or come back and cook later, which is just as valuable. And this is in tandem with the rest of our platform, which is meant more to make sure that the people who have already decided to cook your recipe do that from your site. We also want to make sure that the sites are meeting the expectations of the modern user by providing a similar experience to what's being added on many of the popular tech platforms. There aren't currently any good search solutions for blogs, and the ones that people use aren't being actively updated. And then the benefit to Allspice is increasing user familiarity with the system. Allspice is really new, and nobody's going to recipe blogs yet specifically looking to interact with it. And there's a lot of other things going on the page. So by injecting it into a common user flow like search, we're making sure that the next time a user comes across it, they'll already know what this is, or train them to go and use the search bar whenever they want to interact with any of our other features.
Yeah, and I think it's also helpful of like some of the inspiration we got from the new Netflix AI search is the doom scrolling of trying to find a show that you can never actually find a show and you end up going somewhere else. It's a similar concept where you could say like I'm in the mood for this type of movie or show, whereas in parallel to recipes, you could say, hey, I want a recipe I can cook with my 7-year-old that isn't going to be super messy. And the context of that is not just contextually picking up on chicken and matching to a chicken recipe. It allows for much more in-depth search of what someone's intent is or what they're feeling and helping find a match. That way they don't bounce off the site.
Yes. And also importantly, based on what the site does well too, if your site has a lot of recipes of a certain type and they do well, we pick up on that and we show them as quick options for the user. And this is based on simple metrics like views and then also how well each of these searches performs over time. So if we see that maybe quick weeknight dinners isn't performing well, we'll swap that out for something else and just the system will continue to improve the more data that we collect. And the other important thing is that we're still letting people quickly find recipes if they already know the title. So we do that in the AI chat with the quick results bubbles because the AI searches can take a little bit longer. And then we still do show a regular search page as well for the users that want to interact with that. Yeah, so our main focus here is to help people find something that they want, but also for them to do it quickly. So these are calculated based off of what your site does well. There will be a way for you to adjust these in the future. So if your site has a lot of recipes of a certain type, those may be shown in pill form. If your site has a lot of high performing recipes that are similar, those may be a different pill, and we'll pick up on that and show it as a quick option. It's based off of simple metrics like views, and then also what searches we're calculating that people are putting in very often. And also the performance of each one is tracked, and we show them based off of that. In the future, we'll also have the ability for people who are signed in to only show them the ones that we think they would probably click on. So it all goes back to just helping people find recipes as quickly as possible for the ones that do want to do that, but also helping people truly explore your site. And the other component of that obviously is the chat. Also helps them figure out how to search. Somebody gets onto the chat page and they're not sure, maybe I can just search specific recipe names here or like a protein like chicken, but really it's a way to tell them you can go beyond that. And here's an example of how you can do that. I think the other point that we haven't touched on yet is the going back and forth with the chat. Like this isn't a one-time search.